2 down, 2 to go. But we can only look at the team in front of us. AHL team, by the way, Marley swept by the Laval Rocket. Their season is done. Arizona, Seattle, Pittsburgh, and Toronto. We had just 5 more wins than them in the regular season. Looking at our team. Very, very similar to how it was in the regular season. It's by committee. This is the most well-rounded scoring team I have ever seen in the playoffs. It is just McCann and Lume who are failing to get it done offensively, but have been all right. I mean, Lume has taken more penalties than I would have preferred. The alternative to not having Lume in is to have Kiiskanen in there, and that's a danger with how bad our penalty kill's been. So, yeah, we'll probably just leave it. Darnell Nurse and Colborne, 17 and plus 16 respectively in 9 games. And no doubt about it, good old Love-Luv Harenstam is our goaltender heading into this series. Wow. I don't know if Barneson's going to be the backup to get another chance or if it's going to be Murray. The fact we can't trust Barneson in the playoffs is pretty unfortunate. The Pittsburgh Penguins in 2031 look like this. Alizia will be happy to know he has a brother whose first name is Lion. So, Swedes. So, there's some interesting aspects to this team, obviously. Cutter Gauthier, former Flyer, now a Penguin. Dakota Lucic, 82 overall on the top line. And 36-year-old Jake Gensel. Second line, Carter Verhaeghe, Vincent Trocheck, and Jakub Vrana. A third line of Paul Cotter. And the man who turned down our offer in free agency. It was supposed to be Eichel, not Zibanejad, in our bottom 6. He has Victor Bobrovsky. Oh, good. They have a Bobrovsky. Fourth line, Connor DeWar with Joe Veleno. I can't do a stomping motion because I'll wake up the fiance, but favorite music video is Cotton Eye Joe. And Sam Colangelo rounds it out. Their defense. P.O. Joseph and Logan Mayu. Quinn Hughes, who, if I'm also not mistaken, once upon a time turned us down for Pittsburgh. With Juuso Valimaki. And Ethan Del Mastro, tremendous hair, with Matthew Robertson. This is the typical EA team that does well. Their goalie might win the Vezina this year, Stuart Skinner. Injuries, none. So scratches, Tristan Robbins, Robert Master-Simone, and Owen Tippett. Can we get it done? We called it a date with destiny against Matthews and the Coyotes in the final. Is that what we're about to see? 193, 86 the ratings to 86, 82, 82. 14 overall points better from an offensive standpoint. Game number 1 of the Eastern Conference Final, the first time we've made it here. God help me. First period, goalless. We haven't had too many of those in the postseason so far. Shots just about even. Second period. It started off well. 34 seconds in, Matjas Kuba. 11 seconds later, Joseph tied it. 2 goals in under 2 minutes. Eichel and Lucic. Ullman gets one back, only for Carter Verhaeghe to make it 4-2. We go to the third period, down by 2. Power play fails. DeWar scores. That's it. A rough start to this series at home in game number 1 as Stuart Skinner makes the saves that Harenstam did not, to say the least. 3 stars, Stuart Skinner, Dakota Lucic, Quinn Hughes. And we're going to have to decide how reactionary to this we want to be. Because we could be very, very reactionary. Most of the team finished as at least a -1. So for most of those, we probably choose to ignore it. Ullman and Cooley were the only 2 half-decent players, and Harenstam, unfortunately, our coach, elected to hang him out to dry. As Seattle took game 1 off of Arizona, that would be the most EA thing ever, to have it be Pittsburgh and Seattle. Matt Murray is going to get another chance. Matt Murray is going to get another chance instead of Barneson. Harenstam will be on the bench. Defensively, Carpenter and Bouchard had a pretty bad game. And in general, Carpenter has not been great. We have the choice. I mean, Schultz, Fox, Hickett, Garvin. We'll be throwing it over to Panayi because we're not going to sign that guy. But Carpenter is going to take a seat in this game for Panayi. Based off of Carpenter's struggles for the most part. Bouchard obviously earns, some goodwill. Again, everybody else essentially minus players regardless. I just want to check something. I'm going to reunite. Well, actually, you know what? Nurse and Colborne have been so good this postseason. They got to stay top pairing. From the forwards perspective, McCann hasn't been great this postseason, really. We're going to give Kieskinen an opportunity after that performance from Jared McCann. I don't know what to do about Zibanejad. He had a brutal game, but he has been pretty damn good. Zibanejad stays in the lineup, unlike McCann, because of his previous performances. I don't want to break up Zibanejad and Clapperton by dropping down Lume. And I agree, we're going to make the first line the second line, the first line for this game. Those are the changes. That is true that Zibanejad had the hat trick, but still, I am going to reward him for having the hat trick. Game number 2, we lose this one, we could be in a rough spot, but what if we win? First period, 1-0 Pittsburgh, Joe Veleno. And no, I'm not that desperate for prospects yet, but I'm getting there. Especially that unsigned left defenseman. Second period, goal apiece, Colborne Lucic gets it back. We're down by 1 heading into the third period. Colborne ties it. Perry, less than a minute later, a 2-goal swing. 7.5 to go. Colangelo ties it. And we're going to overtime. Normally I save it for special occasions, but you know what? I'm invested enough in this playoff run. We're going into the game. Will it be overtime? Will it end before then? Time will tell. Jumping in last time turned out to benefit us quite greatly. Game number 2 of the series. Again, normally we don't jump in this early, but I'm willing to do so this time. Good shot there. Jesus, I didn't even... Or I should at least said quick shot. Maybe not a good shot. I wasn't expecting him to shoot that. Right. I'm fine with that collapsing defense instead of staggered. All right. Big face off here for Logan Cooley. Wins it clean. Nurse shot save with the blocker. Joseph for Cutter Gauthier. Nearly lost it to Cooley. P.O. Joseph nearly loses it to Cooley too. Here's Jake Gensel. Big hit by Nurse. Colborne to him. A bit of trouble for Cooley. He gets crushed. Penalty called. Controversy. Charging Cutter Gauthier to the box. Was not expecting that. A controversial call, perhaps, as Gauthier to the box. Power play for the Leafs. Misa's not picking a grip. He picks it late, loses the draw. Was it a set play? Because Kuba has it. Kuba looking. Michkov save by Skinner. Misa battles. Misa over. Michkov saved by Skinner. Oh, what a great chance for Michkov. Stuart Skinner. For some reason, it has Kuba on the draws. Why does it have Kuba on the draws? That's why he's not picking a grip. It's Kuba. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, he's at center there, but face-off formation is supposed to be Misa. Oh, the game's fucking bullshit. That's what it is. Whatever. Kuba won the draw. Michkov over. Kuba saves Skinner. And he plays it out. Stuart Skinner's a madman. Every time you say Misa, I think of Jar Jar. Me too. Me too. Bouchard to York, our captain. Up ahead. Michkov for Misa. Jar Jar for Cam York. Shot deflects up and over the glass. Yeah, when we learned he wore 67, I refused to change it. So we might lose face-offs here, but I got to do it so that Kuba will post up in front. Tie up on the draw. Kuba's shot blocked. Michkov to York. Bouchard shot. Kuba goes back to the point. I don't know why. Michkov shot stopped by Skinner. We're keeping that top unit out there. We have to. 12 seconds left. It was a bit too much time to pull the goalie. Misa is on face-offs there. And he still lost it. Puck is cleared out. 5 seconds to go. York for Bouchard. What a feed. Michkov shot stopped by Skinner. At the buzzer, we're going to overtime in game 2. Doing play-by-play 12 hours early. I got to get warmed up for the Sports Gamer cast later, yeah. Stuart Skinner holding the Penguins in it. Overtime in game 2. It's not quite must win, but it's pretty close. We win the face-off. York for Michkov. Michkov, risky pass. Eichel picks it off and clears. Bad play from Michkov. It was Bouchard for Kuba. Not just Kuba. Terrible play again. And the puck is cleared. We got to get that top unit out of there. We'll keep the defense on. It's not their fault. Here's Logan Cooley. Poked away. And the puck is cleared again. We got to be close to getting back to 5-on-5. Bouchard for Ullman. Salmonen stepping in. Weak backhand. Cooley one-timer. What a save. Oh my God. Ullman with a rocket on a gold 1T. And Skinner still stopped it. It was one of the hardest shots I've ever seen. Face off. Cooley wins it. Perry. Salmonen for Darnell Nurse. And the puck is cleared. 10 seconds left. Time for one more rush. Skips ahead. Logan Cooley with space. Cooley over. Salmonen can't get the shot off. And we're back. Oh, we are back. Penguin shot glove save Murray. That was a little bit scary. A bit disappointing. We had great chances. Didn't matter. Misa wins the draw. Ballborn for Michkov. Michkov. Shot stopped by Skinner. Misa to Michkov. Too much traffic. Getting top line, making some dumb passes. Verana. That one broken up. Michkov's still out there. Over. Machis Kuba. He fires one on. Stopped by Skinner. The boys aren't afraid to shoot, which is pretty nice. Top line, they have the energy. We got to send them out there on an ozone draw. We have no choice. Voxu, 2 years. My goodness, how have you been? That's a name we haven't seen in a long time. Oh my God, are you going to bring the good luck? Colborn. Colborn. Weak backhand deflected save, though. Voxu, I hope you've been good. Ooh. Cooley in possession. Cooley. Damn. Design fly, shortcut. Lucic broken up. Colborn for Cooley. One more rush. What a play. Cooley. Logan Cooley scores! And the Leafs take game 2. Oh my God, we needed that. Logan Cooley is the hero of game number 2. And we're right back in the series. Whew. NHL headline, cool as ice. Oh man, did we need that win. We threw a lot of high quality chances towards Stuart Skinner. It took a recovery and a grade A chance from Logan Cooley. Whew. To get the win on the 48th shot against Stuart Skinner. I do want to point out this Ullman shot, this one-timer, was insane. Oh, not that one. That was the deflection. It was this one. Oh, they don't have a replay of it. That's a shame. But for Logan Cooley, let me see if the full replay is there and not broken. Okay, cool. So it starts off in the offensive zone. Cooley has it broken up at the line. Salmonen loses the foot race to Verhaeghe. Carries it all the way in. Avoids pressure from Ullman. Centering feed to Lucic. Amazing poke check. Picture perfect from Colborn, the deadline pickup. Gets the puck quickly up ahead to Cooley. who nearly takes the hit from Logan Mailloux, who misses it. Does get the stick contact, though. But Cooley able to recover. P.O. Joseph steps up. And Cooley with the poke check. Really incidental. No contest. Kicks in to get the pickup. Has the speed to get past Gensel. Backhand fake to get the goalie moving. Forehand underneath the stick of Gensel. Tucks it. A series of very fortunate events in a 1-1 series in the Eastern Conference Finals. I didn't look at the box score like I wanted to. Oh, I did not look at the box score like I wanted to. Murray's save percentage barely went up, but he did get the win. And because I didn't get a look at the box score, I'm not going to make presumptions. Kiiskanen fought someone that game, or took a major. I'm not going to make presumptions, and we'll leave the lines as they were. Because for the most part, we did dominate that game. Sound familiar? Except this time we were lucky enough to win. 1-1 split in both series. We go to Pittsburgh for game number 3. First period, 2-1 Leafs, Michkov and Lume. Bobrovsky the lone goal for the Penguins. Okay. Second period. Insurance goal for Machis Kuba. 3-1. Heading into the third. Power play early goes to waste. Long way to go. Panayi, the defender, gets the goal. It's 4-1. Power play time. Nothing doing. 4.5 to go. Verhaeghe gets one late. Valimaki. Oh my God. And breathe. We survive game 3, 4-3. And take a 2-1 series lead. A great game for Jack Eichel, who in a different timeline would have been a Leaf this year. We get the win. I'm still worried about Matt Murray, but we're not going to hold it against him for the 2 late goals. But I'm still not fully confident in terms of the goaltending. Great games for Nurse and Misa. No minus players. You love to see that. I'm a little bit worried about Murray, but Seattle takes a 2-1 lead on Arizona. No changes. It's game 4. First period. Scoreless. My God. My God, my God. Second time in the series this has happened too, which, again, I don't know if it benefits us or not. Second period. Goalless. We go to the third period. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Game is really close too in terms of shots. We waste a power play. Pittsburgh, one of their own. Nothing doing. There's the opening goal. Matt Robertson. Power play for the Leafs. Extended power play. No goal. Another power play. No goal. And Pittsburgh takes game 4. 1-0 shutout for Stuart Skinner. Stuart Skinner with the game of his career. And the Penguins tie the series. It was the top line that was out there. Or in theory, the top line. We did get goalied that game. But we have an offense that shouldn't get shut down like that. Both conference finals, 2-2 splits. We're going to leave it as is. Matt Murray starts game 5 back home in Toronto. We had a great chance to take a big 3-1 lead. Now it's essentially a best-of-3 series. Can we do it? First period, game 5. 1-0 Pittsburgh, Jakub Vrana. Second period, 2-1 Leafs. Michkov we traded for. Cooley we traded for. Misa we traded. Nurse and Kuba on the power play. We have the lead heading into the third. Can we hold on? We're crushing them in shots, but it's Weeks. 3-1. 3-1. 4-1. Matvei Michkov on the power play. Pittsburgh extended power play goes to waste. The Toronto Maple Leafs are 1 win away from a Stanley Cup Finals appearance. 47 shots to 22. One win away, 2 games to do it. Clapperton, Ullman, and Cooley. Perhaps not the best. Keiskinen with a 5er. Was it a fight? Yeah, it was. He fought Logan Mailloux. Good man. Good man. Seattle's up on Arizona. Seattle's up on Arizona. We're going to go Kuba, Misa, Michkov, Ullman, Cooley, Salmonen. He's getting no points, 10 penalty minutes in 4 games. He's literally out there just to cause havoc. Austin, the trade for Austin included Barrett Hayton as well. And another pick. It's a very, very long time ago, yeah. Game 6. Here we go. First period. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Jakub Vrana. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? Oh, man. Second period. Verhaeghe on the power play. York on the power play. Down by 1, heading into the third period. We've been in this spot before. Power play for the Leafs. Gauthier shorthanded. The Pittsburgh Penguins force game 7. As again, Stuart Skinner saves the day. Not a great game from Matt Murray. The Seattle Kraken have eliminated the defending Stanley Cup champions. Matthews, Bedard, the Coyotes are out. Is that an omen that it's not meant to be for us, as we've been calling a head-to-head showdown with the Yotes all season long? After our 2 regular seasons were so intertwined, is that a bad omen? Seattle, they were the 3rd best team in the league. Pittsburgh were the 5th best. We're going to game 7. I'm currently scouting out options. Kiiskinen is mostly just a penalty threat. Only has 4 hits, a block. Jared McCann draws back in. I don't think Lume has been bad enough to get taken out. There would be the option of calling up Makala and playing McCann at center. McCann's not very good on the draw, though. Perry, 10 points and a +6. Has been better than Ullman. We're going to reward Perry with a second line spot. Zibanejad. Is going to be ahead of Lume. It's a pretty even draw between Cooley and Misa. We might put Cooley ahead of him. Clapperton. I mean, God, Derek Weeks has been phenomenal. Derek Weeks has been phenomenal. I at least need to get a look at what this team would be if I try to reward those who have been the best options. I don't know for sure if we're going to do that, because for the most part, you know, we've had certain pairings that have clearly worked well together. At the same time, it's like, well, why reward people if they're not getting it done with the talent level that we have? If we were to base the right wings off of who has been the most well-rounded and most effective, it's that set of lines right there. Kuba, Misa, Weeks, Perry, Cooley, Michkov, Ullman, Zibanejad, Salmonen, McCann, Lume, Clapperton. It's tough to argue with those lines, because no matter what the hell we run, the lines are incredibly solid. Panay has been okay. Really has been. I want to take a look at what this would look like defensively as well. There's no doubt Darnell Nurse and Lucas Colborne stay together. I think in general, it pretty much stays together. Honestly, Dickinson and York haven't been dominant together. York, Bouchard, Dickinson, Panay. I understand it's a -2. That doesn't concern me as much. The benefit of getting York and Bouchard together outweighs the potential risk of that third pair. In goal is our toughest decision. Carson Barneson got the very first playoff game of this run. Has not seen the ice since. And likely still won't. Matt Murray, the .903 with a .277 goals against average versus the .920 with a .235 for Harenstam. It's Harenstam's net. It's Harenstam's net. The team is set. Arnstam, you are the guy. You are the guy, and it's time to make sure that you look the part. And also protect your neck. What are you doing? Don't be foolish. Oh, boy. With a name like Love, it's like, is there a helmet that fits what would look like a heart? Is there a mask that fits that bill? Is there a hockey team that's like, nah, we're lovers, not fighters? The North Bay Battalion. Need dude love on the helmet, right? It's a shame they still have nothing but generic masks there. Ooh. I'm digging the pirate. And yes, I am trying to waste as much time as I possibly can because I'm actually nervous. This is the biggest game. The biggest game that we have played. Easily. Hands down. Not a conversation. This is a massive, massive game for us. Calgary's just got the dude with the funny haircut. Design flaw. Give me until the end of the series. Ooh, the shark mouth. Deepest, bluest. It's like a shark's fin. Alright, well, Mr. Harenstam, you might have the best look we can get for you. You might already have it. Although that Straubing Tiger's mask is pretty dope. What do the Marlies have for masks? Do they even have one? They do. It's just a leaf. With ice and mountains. That's why we need custom goalie mask, right? Just to put a little heart on it. Team pads. Give them the Marlies pads. Why not? They'll be blue.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Shout out to Kanji. Shout out to you for the follow. Appreciate you. All right. I promise to stop wasting time, but I need the love doctor here. Look the part. Feel the part. Be the part. To the love doctor. This is your time to shine, my boy. I believe in you. Biggest game of your life. Biggest game of this franchise mode. Game 7 against the Penguins on home ice. Winner plays Seattle in the Stanley Cup final. First period, and we will slow sim it all the way through. It is game 7 after all. First goal goes to Pittsburgh. It's Lucic. Power play. They do not double up, at least not yet. Pittsburgh strikes first. As they have so many times in this series. 1-0 Pittsburgh after 1. Second period. Quinn Hughes makes it 2. Power play for the Leafs. Kuba and Misa. We tie it at 2. 2 goals in 7 seconds. What do you use to stream your Xbox? An Elgato HD 60 something or other. It's the internal Elgato for the PC. Most Elgato capture cards are good for streaming purposes, though. Oh boy, third period, game 7, tied at 2. Now some people keep saying watch the entire third. We can't watch it at 20 minutes. but we will watch the entire third period. I'll shorten it to like 5 minutes, if not like 7. People are saying 10. Let's go with like, all right, I'll meet you in the middle at 8. 7. We're going to go 7. That's still a good amount of time to see a lot of gameplay. God help us if it goes to overtime. For the record, slider-wise, it's nothing too special. We have, it's the full sim settings to start. I put attribute effects up. I really don't have anything else changed, actually. That's all it is. It's just, for the most part, again, it's more to do with my attributes and the way that I set up attributes. So again, attribute slider at 10 out of 10 with my custom attributes results in actually fun gameplay. Reminder, I know what I'm doing with roster editing. You're welcome. I gotta get sassy because I'm nervous as shit. Here we go. Third period. This is it. Who is going to play Seattle? There's a shot on. Oh, bouncing puck. Doing there. Let's get that contain in. Lucic over. Good pick off by Darnell Nurse. Matches Kuba has space shot. Good blocker stop by Skinner. Misa wins it back. Shot deflection, scores! Matches Kuba gives the Leafs the lead. 3 unanswered. Holy shit. Quentin Sim. The deflection from Kuba in front where we want him. And the big man gives us the lead. Whew.
Then you can really be conservative and protect the lead.
God, design on Series X, on a Series console. Just search my name on roster sharing. You'll find them. I think I only put out 1 update so far this year. Go Chieda Joseph, big save by Harenstam. That was a huge save. An instant response from Pittsburgh would have been nuts. Here's Kuba over the line. Tried to throw it on. Mayu broke it up. Get that second line out there. Trocheck, Colborne strips him of the puck. Cooley has space. Logan Cooley loses it. Mayu held up. Trocheck's there. Carter Verhaeghe, a little bit of space. Poke checked away, gets it back. Verhaeghe with space hit. Trocheck shot blocked. Cooley all the way over for Michkov. Michkov looking. Cuts back. Michkov shot glove save Skinner. That one was wired. As Perry kicks it down and around. The go-ahead goal, Matches Kuba, the franchise. Why are you watching the third? Because I want to.
The Leafs gain control of the puck against the wall. And that's just out of reach.
Valimaki in possession up to Trocheck. Vincent Trocheck over the line. Bouchard takes the puck away. Fed up ahead for Zibanejad. Over to Jorg Ullman. Salmon shot save Skinner. A big save again by Skinner. Valimaki loses it to York. The captain. York for Ullman. Ullman over the line. Finds Mika Zibanejad, who can't pop the shot off. Good hit at the line, but it's Eichel 2-on-1. Eichel back for Del Mastro. Somehow doesn't score. A speed burst off the toe drag. That was insane. As Bouchard will dump it in. Pittsburgh's had some chances. As Eichel can't deke around him, Jared McCann working with Clapperton. DeWar can't get the shot off. Panayi for Lume. Stripped of the puck by DeWar. Eichel shot saved. Another big save by Harenstam. Clapperton dumps it in. Up and over the glass. Second goal of the night for Kuba. Gives us the lead. 3 unanswered goals. 3 unanswered for the Leafs. 2 quick goals in the second. And the goal from Kuba here. Nurse for Kuba. Couldn't quite hold it. Tried to wire that one across. Del Mastro picked it off. Pittsburgh dumps it in. Colborne held up by DeWar. Misa's there to help. Up ahead for Kuba. Actually, no, it's not. It's Weeks. Now it's Matches Kuba. His shot taken relatively easily by Skinner. We still have a long way to go in this one. We still have to go mostly defense first. Harry, Cooley, Michkov are out there. Cooley wins the draw clean. York for Bouchard. Michkov back to Cooley. That's an ill-advised pass. Jaden Perry gets crunched in the corner. Puck for Joseph as we approach the halfway point of the third. Perry for Cooley. Cooley, a lot of pressure. Slap shot wide. Bouchard battling. Bouchard to Michkov. Michkov finds Cooley. Cooley shot blocker saves Skinner. Michkov down low, still battling. Michkov nearly snuck it short side. Game 7 of the friggin' Eastern Conference Final. Ullman, Zibanejad, and Salmonen. Zibanejad can't win the draw. Mayu dekes around him. Lucic for Cutter Gauthier. Jake Gensel scores! Jake Gensel ties the game at 3. I didn't skip the replay. We'll have to take a look at it. It was that third pair. Panay missed the poke check completely, just didn't play the body. And Harenstam was completely out of position. Brutal from the defense, brutal from the goaltending. And now here we are. Salmonen tries the move. Salmonen shot it for the rebound. Here's Ullman. Backhand glove save Skinner. Job by the boys to at least get some opportunities there.
Officials have got both teams ready, and it looks like play is set to resume here.
Face off for Misa. Wins it against Trocheck. Colborne shot wide. Michael Misa shot save Skinner. Goal apiece in this game. We're going to keep the top line out there. Never mind, we're going to accidentally put the second line out there who are exhausted. That's fine. Cooley on the draw. Wins it anyway. Colborne to Darnell Nurse. Blocker save Skinner. His former teammate at Edmonton. Alamaki over to Hughes. Good pressure. Logan Cooley. Shot on. I love the way they're peppering him. Cooley has it. Cooley couldn't pass it. Cooley backdoor to Perry. Saved by Skinner. A nifty job by Logan Cooley. Made the most of the space, but Stuart Skinner continues to make the saves. Misa loses the draw to Eichel. Contact. Puck over to Paul Cotter. That's the circle. Hughes up ahead. Big hit. Here's Jack Eichel. Saved by Harenstam. Heavy hit there. Eichel stripped of the puck by Colborne. That was beautiful. Here's Weeks. It's Weeks. Trying to fight for it. In front glove. Save Skinner. Stuart Skinner is insane. Zibanejad and Veleno. Zibanejad wins the draw. Puck to Bouchard. Salmonen loses it. Del Mastro for Pittsburgh. 5 minutes left in regulation. Contact there. Salmonen can't hold it. Connor DeWar for Veleno save.
And he shut the door on that last play.
Colangelo.
That's a really good save. I think the goalie's probably surprised he was dead center and open to shoot that puck.
DeWar saved by Harenstam. Horrific defense.
For a whistle.
Oh my God.
In the final
All right. Well, they're not doing a very good job of creating a bubble, so screw it. We'll tell them to be aggressive. Their top line's out. Lucic to Joseph. Glove save. Harenstam. We can't trust the fourth line right now. We can't do it. We are going to call our timeout early.
and we have a timeout down at ice
Okay, but
level
what,
here,
here comes a pizza. See it?
Frankie, 50 months, and we love you for it.
Necessary. That was the Patriots jacket, and of course he's been awesome.
Misa's on the draw.
Ruining a good piece of pizza.
Frankie, thank you. Face off one again by Pittsburgh. Gensel to Joseph save. Rebound. Handled by Darnell Nurse. Nurse skates it through. Up ahead. Machis Kuba. Kuba in front. Misa backhand. It's in the air. And Skinner keeps it out. Kuba again. One-timer stopped by Skinner. Oh my God. Stuart Skinner
starting to close in.
is stopping almost everything. As we're getting goalied again. Misa, tie up. Weeks can't hold it over Gauthier.
Soft circle pays off again.
It's Gensel, the goal scorer for Pittsburgh. The tie to Gensel. Rebound handled by Nurse. Here's Kuba. Over for Weeks. Weeks over Misa. Save. Rebound kept out.
Skinner's been terrific tonight. I mean, what more they could ask.
Cutter Gauthier. Over to Gensel. Lucic stripped of the puck.
He's in the game because he's been so good.
Now
As Misa goes to Colborne. Kuba shot saved by Skinner. Weeks held up in the corner. Kicks it out. Bouchard couldn't handle it. Gauthier.
ready to go on the attack.
Cooley able to strip him of it. Logan Cooley. The cutback. Centering feed. Saved by Skinner.
Top of the puck, and that'll stop the play.
Pretty conservative play here, James, as he covers.
I almost feel like I set them to be uber aggressive and to just go. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Boys,
Big one is
be as aggressive as you can be. Now is the time. Now is the time. Be as aggressive as you can be.
oh, they
We got to take it to him. We have the skill. We have the talent. Take it to him.
the puck over to
Don't trade chances.
Strong.
Trocheck stripped of the puck by Cooley.
Toronto's
Logan Cooley. Looking. Cooley holds on to it. No. Quinn Hughes takes it away.
both sides digging in for that puck.
Good hold up here. The heavy pinch from York.
Puck here in his own end.
23 seconds left. Carter Verhage to Vincent Trocheck. Bouchard gives chase. Centering feed picked off by Zibanejad. Cam York nearly turns it over. Outduels Trocheck.
Can't make the connection on the pass.
9 seconds. Evan Bouchard to Zibanejad. Ullman to Salmonen. Saved by Skinner. And we're going to overtime.
Regulation solves absolutely nothing, so we're going to overtime, and we'll do it next.
Holy fuck, what a save. 20 shots to 10 in the third. And the craziest save I have ever seen. Given the circumstances, Zibanejad dropped back to Ullman, who fed it through. Look, oh my God, just a Kucherov pass to Salmonen. Behind the defense, game on the line. If he took it forehand, he might have had him. That didn't go in. This puck did not go in. That does not end up in the back of the net. He couldn't roof it. He tried to center it. Salmonen on the backhand just could not elevate it. In fairness, you can see the tracking. Watch the warp. Well, overtime it is. Overtime it is, and we're going to take it to him. We're sticking with the strategy. Take it to him. We're not trading chances back and forth. Let's try to win it. Next goal plays Seattle in the Stanley Cup Final. Here's Lucic, save by Harenstam. Gauthier for Gensel. Pittsburgh on the attack early. Good poke check there. Kuba for Misa. Michael Misa avoiding contact. Circles back. Over. Shot. Glove. Save. Skinner. That was Colborne. We know Colborne has that rocket slap shot. Misa still out there. Jar Jar wins the draw. Colborne for Nurse. Throw the backhand on. P.O. Joseph picked it off. P.O. Joseph, end to end. Goes around the back. That gets it back. Scores!
The overtime winner, and we'll put this one to bed. What a thrilling finish tonight. Wow. Ray, I love the tradition, but it's got to be hard when you come up short.
You feel really low because you've given everything you have, and you shake hands with somebody that's just beaten you.
There is your Prince of Wales Trophy winners. Not the one they want, Ray. There's a bigger goal in mind.
What a great achievement, and that trophy signifies that. But you're right, James. It's 4 more wins away that they're already starting to think about.
For my broadcast partner, Ray Ferraro, my name is James Cebulski. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night.
We were down 2-0. We battled back 2 goals in 7 seconds. We scored just over a minute into the third period. Gensel tied it. And then a minute and a half into overtime. We win a face-off in the offensive zone. Colborne to Nurse, who tried to throw a backhand on for the deflection with Michael Misa in front. But P.O. Joseph, with the pick off of the century, then skates it all the way down, beats Colborne to the outside with speed, sends it down low for Jake Gensel, who backhands it back perfectly. Nobody on that side to cover Joseph. Colborne and Nurse, who were absolutely unreal in the playoffs. Nurse goes to cover Gensel. Colborne looks to stick to Gauthier. Leads Joseph wide open, who is just able to tuck that. That close. A breakaway stopped in the dying moments of regulation. Leads to an overtime loss. Where have I heard that one before as a Bruins fan? P.O. Joseph is the hero. Stuart Skinner stopping 46 of 49 shots. I cannot believe we didn't win this game, especially after the Kuba goal early. And Misa to Nurse. Nurse throws it on. Crazy deflection from Kuba. but some horrific defense on the Jake Gensel goal. And horrific goaltending as well, if we're being honest. Wasn't great from Harenstam. And it's the Salmonen look with 3 seconds left in the game. That will be remembered for a very, very long time. That sucks. That sucks a lot. It'll be a Pittsburgh, Seattle, Stanley Cup final. Our best season to date. And we fall short of what we thought might be a showdown with Arizona in the final. And neither of us make it to that point. Michael Misa was fantastic. Logan Cooley was pretty damn solid as well. Of course, his deal's expiring. We extended his contract. We'll see if we keep him. Mika Zibanejad was a great veteran addition. Mika Lume is third line center of the future. I gotta be honest, probably not. Probably not. I think we can move him at the draft as an RFA. Jared McCann did not do what we needed him to do. Kuba was outstanding. Perry was very solid. Ullman was okay. Kieskinen, obviously. And then the right side, Michkov was good. Was he $12 million good? I don't know if he was. I don't know if he was. And then Salmonen outscored by Derek Weeks. Same amount of points. And Salmonen really let us down. Salmonen really, really let us down. And the thing was, though, I still ran the same lines at certain points in the playoffs that we had been running before the deadline. And it's not like I gave up anybody at the deadline either. You got goalie to keep the core. I don't know about this right side. I don't know about Michkov. I don't know about Salmonen. Darnell Nurse was insane. But I don't know if we can keep him. I'd love to have the left side next year be Dickinson, Nurse, Hartman. But I don't know if we can afford it. Might be worth the move on from Carpenter. Evan Bouchard let us down a bit defensively. He really did. There isn't an aspect of this team that we don't now reconsider the future of. Carson Barneson. I think he's due to be a UFA. If he's not and he's an RFA, I mean, it feels like he's gone one way or another. He's an RFA. This was probably Carson Barneson's last season here. So it's Harenstam, probably with a different veteran goalie. Colborne's deal is up. The problem is he was likely a rental. Unless we can work our magic to keep him. Dickinson's an RFA again. Darnell is willing to take a bit of a sweetheart deal for what he could get. Weeks is an RFA. Clapperton's an RFA. Kuba's an RFA. That's going to be an expensive one. Perry's an RFA. We have to make a decision between Perry and Ullman, preferably. They both kind of play the same role. You could argue keep both of them and just continue to have one on the third line. I'm just worried about stunting the development of one of them by playing them on the third line, but trying to make up for it by giving them power play time. And then McCann and Zibanejad are probably gone. Lume is probably gone. You know, we got Miller in the system. Can bring in somebody else. I mean, why not play like Bruce Miller on the fourth line next year? Just because. I don't know what this team looks like next year. I really don't. This was our year to win one. Game 7, home ice, up 3-2, halfway through the third period, and we didn't do it. That hurts.